Hello and welcome to another episode of Football Talk Podcast. My name's Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. So we'll be doing a match preview of Liverpool versus Rangers in the Champions League, and it feels like a lifetime ago since Liverpool played in the Champions League last. The last game was against Ajax, which we won 2-1. From my recollection, that was not an easy win. It was we were quite lucky to hold on to the lead as we claimed the win. I believe it was Matip who got the 89th minute header. So a very important win for us at that stage because we had lost in terrible fashion against Napoli. But ever since, our form has been very inconsistent. We really need to step up. And maybe, I think, this game against Rangers today, if we can get a win, I think it might breathe some confidence into the squad and hopefully take that form into a big game this weekend in Premier League against Arsenal. But let's stick to the Champions League in terms of our opposition. Rangers have lost both of their games in the Champions League. They haven't scored a single goal and they've conceded 7 goals in total, which shows they haven't performed as well as they should have. And to be brutally honest, and not to be too blunt, this is a team that's here for the taking, and I think we should take advantage of this situation today. Rangers are in high confidence right now. They beat Hearts 4-0 on the weekend, 2 goals from their new Croatian striker, Kolak. Morales as well came off the bench, and Ryan Kent, who we all know is a former Liverpool player himself. So, speaking of Ryan Kent, I think he is actually one of the players that we should look out for. He did really well over the weekend. He's a 2-footed player, has a lot of flair and can trouble any fullback. So our underperforming fullback, Trent Alexander-Arnold, needs to be focused today as he's up against a very tricky winger. Another former player, well, I don't know if he's regarded as a former player. He is, but he didn't really play for us, in the name of Ben Davies. So it'll be interesting to see how he does today for his new team. But there's other players that I feel like we need to be wary of. So there's Tavernier, who, for me, he's like the Trent Alexander-Arnold for Rangers. He's more than a fullback. He's their playmaker. He has fantastic ability on the ball, especially in set pieces and free kicks. So that is definitely a danger man there. You've got Kolak as well, who is a new signing. As I mentioned earlier, he scored 2 goals in the weekend, and his record so far this season in the league is 8 goals in 8 games. So he'll certainly be a threat in front of goal, I should say. I think it's debatable in terms of who will start today, as the other player that I'd like to mention is Morelos. So he started on the bench on the weekend, but I think there's rumors that he will start the game today due to his nature of playing. He's pretty much a live wire. But regardless, you've got 2 strikers there where whoever starts, you've got the other one to follow. And Morales is a great finisher and he's capable of scoring a goal out of nothing. So a very sort of tricky player to play against, and considering how we have been defending recently, not the best of defenders to play. Just got a comment here from Bobby K. Big up Ozzie. Bobby K, thank you as always for your comment. Appreciate the support. To the Liverpool team news so far that I've read today, Robertson will not be available for this fixture due to a knee injury. I'm sure he would have loved to have played today. He's a boyhood Celtic fan, so playing against Rangers would have been cherry on top, but unfortunately he's not fit enough to play. Konate is back in training, but I believe it may be too soon for him to be involved. Maybe see him this weekend or next week against Man City. Not the best games to throw in someone who's been out for a long time, but at this stage, we've got defenders who are below par, to be brutally honest. And then you've got the likes of Curtis Jones, Ramsey, Kate Gordon, and Kelleher who are still sidelined. So still a few casualties in our squad. But in terms of predicted lineup, for me, Alisson obviously goes without saying will start this game. Trent Alexander by default will probably start at right back. I think he probably deserves not time off, but I think maybe a step away from action. But due to the nature of our fixture list right now, we don't have a full squad where we can rotate, especially as Ramsey hasn't even played for Liverpool so far this season. So Trent for me will start. Simicast will start on the left-hand side, and the centre back pairing I have gone for Van Dijk and Matip. So there's a lot of calls in terms of Van Dijk being dropped. I don't think Jurgen Klopp will drop Van Dijk. I think he's just one of those players that's undroppable despite being in poor form right now. I think Klopp probably expects him to continue to play and kind of shrug off that bad form that he's currently going through right now. He's just one of those players that I don't feel like you can just drop. He's undroppable in my opinion. So some may not agree with that, but that's just the way I see Klopp treating his players in the squad. Midfield as well. I might get a bit of backlash here. This is not my choice of midfield. This is what I'm predicting will be the lineup this evening. So Henderson will start in midfield with Fabinho as the number 6 in the team. And I think James Milner might start in this game. The reason I'm saying James Milner will start is because I believe Klopp will rest Thiago for the fixture against Arsenal. That would be my thinking for Klopp in terms of I think that's what he would do looking forward. And the front three, I've gone for Salah, Diaz on the left, and I think Nunes should be starting up top and leading the line. Last few performances have been off the bench, so I think to give him a bit of confidence, a few starts here and there will be great for his confidence. And I think against Rangers, who, as I mentioned earlier, have conceded 7 goals and haven't scored one themselves. So you would expect Liverpool to be in a better position to attack a team like Rangers. But we're out of form right now. So it's not going to be as clear-cut for Liverpool to win this game. But having said that, my score prediction for tonight, I think Liverpool will win 3-1. And to pick the goal scorers, I will go for a Nunes goal. I think Salah will get one. And possibly Henderson will get one as well. And for Rangers, I think Morelos, if he plays, he'll get the goal as well. So yeah, that's my that's my prediction for today. Bold in terms of the scoreline because we haven't played very well. But I'm hoping today we can pretty much flick the switch today and play like our normal selves, as we've been probably a shadow of ourselves, to say the least. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Less than a couple of hours before kickoff. So fingers crossed we get the win. And that concludes a quick preview show for you guys. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for Bobby for your comment as well. We'll be back later on this evening. So I'll be back at 11 p.m. UK time, where I will be giving a match reaction to the Liverpool versus Rangers game. So hopefully it's all good vibes and no rants from me, but we'll see, we'll see how that goes. But until then, take care, enjoy the game, and I'll see you later. Good evening.